friends, I'm Jody. Welcome back to This Bead in Life. I'm so excited that you're here today because we are going to have a party. We're going to have a necklace party. So we are going to make necklaces and we are going to grab some random bead box remnants that I have sitting in my little container where I keep all my current bead box subscriptions. And we are just going to have a blast with that. And yeah, we're just gonna make some necklaces. I'm not sure how many we're gonna make, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, but we're gonna figure it out. I'll be right back. Okay, so first things first, let's go over what we have in front of us. So I have Sam's Bead Box houseplants, and it looks like I had started something, but I didn't finish it. You know what, maybe we will get that out and maybe we will finish that because, yeah, why not? It looks like I started to make a connecting like necklace. How did I forget to go back to this, you guys? Again, it's got to be that thing where you get so distracted by everything that's going on that you just kind of forget where you're at, what you're doing. So you know what, this is going to be a project here. So we know we're going to use these items. I'm not really sure what else I had going on here. It's been too long, I don't remember, but it looks like I was using all of these. I was using all the little flowers. I can't believe I did that. I was using all of these. It looks like I was using the little red ones. Little garnet colored ones. Got a lot of stuff here. I always forget I have this neat little contraption here. So let's scoop that out. So this is going to be one necklace, right? We will work on that. And I think, let's see. I think maybe we will also grab these little guys because these are super cute. You know, I'm really going about this the total wrong way. Like I have these little cups. I had bought some like throwaway plastic cups for when I went and did the thing with Karma Cat so I could have stuff out on the tables. We're gonna scoop all these into here and we're gonna just put everything that we want to use for a necklace in one of these cups each. Now, this video is going to be a long one, okay? Because we have our planning process. We have our creation process. I wonder if I should grab any more of these. Oh, I still have one of these in here. There we go. And you know what? Maybe we will, you know what? Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll leave it like that. And these we're gonna keep there. Oh, I keep forgetting about these cool little things. I wanna do something with those. All right, so this one we're just gonna set aside. You know what though? I wonder if I could use this as like a link in this. Okay, so let's keep that one aside, but we might still come back to this one, okay? So let's get our next cup ready. They're like little plastic dessert dishes is what they are. I mean, they're throwaway, but then we have our January Sam's Bead Box, which was cherry blossoms. There's a lot I didn't do in here too, you guys. Quite a bit. And you know what? I think that there are some things in the Potomac Bead Box, the pink lemonade, that would go wonderful with this. So let's take a look here. All right, open this one up too. Kind of wish I had like a bigger space, like larger camera. Let's move that off to the side. All right. So if we have cherry blossoms and we have pink lemonade, Oh yeah, these, look at how good these will go together. Okay, so, and we're making a necklace. This would be a fantastic pendant. Oh, you know what? We could use these little guys too. So let's bring that in. This could be a lot of fun. And we can make this a very pretty springtime, using some yellows and some pinks in here. Let's grab, since we have some flowers going on, let's grab these little flowers. I'm leaving them on the mat so we can kind of just match it up and make it look cute. So we have some pink. And then we have this really pretty, like, pale yellow. That would be pretty. We also have, let me see. Over here, I think we'll want to add more flowers into it. So maybe we want to bring, like, oh no, you know what? I want to do the dragonfly coins. Let's bring a couple dragonfly coins into this. And let's see. You know what? Let's continue on with some, like, bright, pretty colors, and let's bring this blue in here too. Now these blue are round duos. So we will probably use 2 strands using this, but only come up through when we want to add this one to two strands, if that makes any sense at all. And then I think with that, we're going to grab some of these little pink, beautiful stones here. Okay, so that's necklace number 2. Put that one aside. Set this one aside. And we'll probably come back for more. So let's scoop this into our necklace number 2 bowl. All right, and then next we have, okay, so this one was Whispers of Romance. Okay, so this one also has some really pretty pinks and purples in it. And I think, let's take a look at what else we have, because I have like 3 in this one, and I have 2 in this one. So let's take a look. Let's see if we can find stuff to make a chunky necklace. So in here I have I have, this one's the Whispering Romance. This one is these 3 that I kind of combined down to 1. So first of all, we have these big chunky monkeys. These are beautiful. We have these. So this one could be a darker one, but we could also put some light in it too. Like we have this really pretty pink sparkly one. Like this could be a nice center. But we have, let me pull these out. I want to make a chunky one. And of course we're going to need something that we want to use for spacers. And I think what we might do, I have more of those in this one too. This must have been a favorite of theirs, but you know what? I'll take it. I will take it. There we go. Okay, and then I think for like spacers, we're gonna want pink, because I do have this one random pink one in here. So let's grab these pretty faceted pink beads. And then let's see, what else did we have for pink? We had a few, oh, we have some big juicy pink ones here. We can add those in. So we're doing like a pink and black theme. That would be cute. All right, so there's necklace number 3. We're gonna go through, and whatever we put in bowls is what we're going to make. And they're all gonna be pretty much single strand necklaces, but they're gonna be a lot of fun, and they're gonna be colorful. They're gonna be fantastic. Okay, now in this one, this was a conglomeration of a few boxes as well. So we have in here some from Ladies Nights, Arctic Aqua, and Fireside Warmth. So let's see what we have in here. All right, so we have all these beautiful like little crystal beads. We have nuggets. I think we'll use those crystal beads for sure, and these nuggets. And again, our goal is colorful, springtime, fun. That's our goal for everything that we're making here. And we are just going to have a super fun conglomeration of things. So, and I kind of feel like with this, you know, we have some reds. Why don't we do some reds with this one? So we have these red rounds that we can use as spacers. And I know we had some reds in some other stuff. Okay, let's put these back in here. Put these back in here. But we're on the search for something more, something red. Nothing in this one. No red in that one. Oh, but we do have red in here. So we have, oh, we have some little red leaves that we could use. That might be fun. Little cherry blossom leaves. Let's throw those in there. We also do have some other red spacers, but I'm kind of looking for anything a little bit bigger. I know there wasn't any red in there. What am I thinking? All right, so maybe this is actually good. And since those have gold in them, maybe we can bring in these gold beads. I kind of want to use these faceted ones. I don't think we'll use the pink though. Let me get the pink out of there. But I want the reds. Okay, so now that we have this one decided on, let's scoop this one up into our container. Okay, and then as I was looking through all of these, I kept finding like a lot of square shaped flat beads and some like even sticks. So like, this one, not really so much, but here we have these, but I don't know if I want to do that. Let's go to a different one real quick. Now, what did we have in here? Okay, so we have that bright yellow. Nothing really there. Oh, we have some like icy blue cubes. So icy blue cubes with these would look super cool. Come on, you. There we go. So I'm not sure how far I get. It is 3:30 right now. Of course, I know this is going to matter to you, but I'm just telling you my plans. My brother is coming over to have pizza with me and watch a movie. My husband's out of town for the night. So he is actually doing some fun stuff with his guy friends. They try to plan something once every couple years to just go and do something fun. And right now there is a whiskey, some kind of whiskey festival thing going on up in Grand Rapids. And so him and the guys are going to that. And when we were all talking about it, you know, we're like, it's best if you probably just spend the night there. I mean, it's only an hour away, but I don't want someone taking a chance and getting on the road after having a couple drinks. That's terrifying to me. So they all agreed, and they just all chipped in to share a room because it's just for one night, you know. So they all chipped in to share a room so they have somewhere to crash when they get back in case somebody's had too much to drink. Or even if they don't have too much to drink, even just having a couple drinks is not good to get behind the wheel of a car. It's just unsafe. And the last thing you'd want is something to happen to you or something to happen to someone else and having to live with that on your conscience because you made a poor decision. So good things always, just, you know. So I asked my brother, I'm like, hey, do you want to watch a scary movie and have pizza with me? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right. So my brother and I used to always watch scary movies together, and a lot of it evolved around pizza. Like when we were younger, like when my mom would have, you know, like things that she had to do, and she'd be gone for, you know, a little while. We were older, of course, so it didn't really matter. But we always would go down to like the local movie rental place and rent movies, and they were always scary movies. And that's what we did. We would watch scary movies and have pizza. So we got some pizzas from Costco. They're the Detroit style ones, like the deep dish. So I'm going to throw those in the oven. Okay, and in this one we had some square spacers. So this would be cool. My goal is to like maybe not use a lot of fall colors and really just lean in on that spring. But you know what? I did see a lot of peach in the one. So I want to go back to that and grab some peach. Now let's keep pulling those out because we want those. And I think if I see anything that I would like to use as a pendant or some kind of like little charm, you know, we can definitely do that. But I think this one is good there. So let's grab our little bowl, and I will leave all these containers out. So if we do need to add to it, we can, but I don't think we're going to need to. So even if you don't get these boxes, you guys, this is an exercise that you can do with your stash, right? Just start getting out your stash and looking at it and in a different light and seeing what you could put together to make it fun and everything. So, okay, so here's our peach. So we have these really pretty peach Potomac pearls. Their pearls are so fantastic, you guys. They're like, they don't chip. They're absolutely beautiful. And I have to say, like, their boxes, their subscription boxes, along with their kits, are some of the best ones I've used in quite a while. If I had to rank my bead boxes, which is really hard because I love them all equally for so many different reasons, but some of my favorites, as far as like ones to work with, and I can't even put them in an order. You know what? I can't even name them all because I love so many. So, but this is one of my top ones, you guys. This is a fantastic one. And I think we're going to use these little flowers too. Look, that just about cleared this one out. We'll be able to combine this one with another one. And then let's see what else we had from Sam's that we could join in with this. All right, so you know what? We have these cool little guys. This would look really pretty with the peach. We could probably use these as like some necklace, like links. That would be cool. And then what about the houseplant one? What did we have in here? Well, we for sure have these, which are really awesome. We can definitely use those. And we could probably put with that. Oh, I almost made a huge mess, you guys. Almost made a huge mess. I think with that, we might put these like shell leaves. Bring in a punch of that white, that bright white with it. That would look really cute. And there's 4 of them, so for me, that feels pretty perfect. But are there any other colors that we want to team up with this? We have, don't think I want anything more out of that one. Let's go back in here and see. And I think we're okay with this one. Oh, I see something. I see something. What about these? There's some more like white. And this will give us some more length if we wanted it. Yeah. And then for some like little spacers, maybe we just want like little tiny, like almost like a little round spacer. And do we want clear? It's like a frosty white. Yeah, I think that would be okay. All right, so this is 5 necklaces, you guys, and we just took a lot of beads out of our containers. I mean, this container was practically full until we did this. So which means I'll be able to condense my containers for Potomac beads down a little bit, and maybe just take out the things like the 2-hole ones and the petals and daggers and stuff like that, because I like to keep all my daggers and stuff together. So we'll probably end up doing that. All right, well, now I'm just going to set this aside because we don't need that anymore. I think we'll just leave this one right here on the mat and start with this one instead of grabbing a bowl. And I do have my bead stringing wire and crimson everything over here. The only thing I may have to go and retrieve maybe, I don't know. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I have pendants that I would want to put with any of these. Oh, you guys, we have 6. We have 6 that we chose. Hold on one second. I'm going to go look in my pendant drawer and see what I have, because there might be some other stuff we want to put with these. Okay, so what I brought over here is some of my ceramic pieces that I have. And I'm just kind of wondering how some of these would look. So we have this, which I think would be really pretty with that. Now, we don't have to put a pendant with everything because, you guys, I wear a lot of necklaces that don't have pendants, and I'm fine with that. We have this one, which would look cute with that. Our little earrings. A little teardrop. You know what? This would actually probably look cute, like hanging from this flower. That would be cute. Maybe we'll pull those out. And I think that's it. I think we're going to have a couple of non-pendant ones, like 3 non-pendant and 3 with pendant. But I wanted to go through my ceramic ones and see what I had that I would think would look cute. So I think that'll work. All right. Put that aside. And since we know we have 6 that we're going to make, let's get all these together. This is going to be really cute. So what I'm imagining is using these links, like coming down, like maybe closer to the pendant, like so, and maybe bringing in like a larger bead here with maybe some really pretty little smaller beads beside it. And I think these we'll do on like a metal link. Like we'll do some wire. Yeah, and then we'll string the rest of it. And we might have too many beads, but whatever we have left over is fine. We can absolutely figure that out. So I think that's what we're going to do. And I just so happen to have some 24 gauge wire here, so I think we'll use this. And we're just going to cut off a little bit here because I just need enough to do both. And we're just going to wire wrap it and attach it. We'll do like a little wire wrap dealy. Just warm it up a little bit in my fingers here. Okay. And let's start with our round nose pliers. I'm gonna come right about here. And we're gonna make a wrapped loop right here. And now I'm just kind of debating if I want to just hook this right onto here and wrap it, or if that will cause an issue. I don't think it will cause an issue, so let's just hook that right onto there. Let's grab a hold of it. And this wire is so nice, we can just kind of wrap it with our fingers and just kind of guide it along. Doing about 3 times around. It's like always a good number for me. Getting in there and snipping super close to our coil. Let's squish down anything that we don't want pointing up there. There we go. Don't want any sharp bits. And then we can string on our beads. These textured table cut beads are so cool. I think we'll have enough to do both from this one piece here. Okay, so just like that. So it's going to be a link that's going to be closer to our pendant. Yeah, that's going to be cute. Ooh, I just kind of had an idea. Like, what if, no, it's okay. It's okay. All right, so now we're going to do a wire wrap on here. And I think what we're gonna end up doing is bringing the 2 pieces together and using a jump ring to connect. Well, you know what, maybe not. I wonder, can we just connect it here and call it good? Well, I don't see why not. We absolutely can. And then let's just bring this around. There we go. And then just squish. So there's our one side. Let's fix that. There we go. Okay, yep, that's gonna be cute. That's gonna be really cute. I'm kind of wondering if I should just do the whole necklace with long pieces like this. Just kind of like, that might be kind of cool. We might do that. It doesn't take that long, so we might just do that. All right, so then let's connect the other side. Do another wire wrap loop. Let's hook it onto here. So I'm hoping this will give you guys some inspiration on what to do with some of your bead stash, or if you get several boxes, or even if you just get one box and you have like a pile of them. kind of like the bracelet ones that I've done with some, and the other necklace ones I've done with bead soup. This kind of falls into that same category. Like, what do I do with all this stuff? And a lot of times we'll find ourselves sitting there staring at our beads, not knowing what to do. But when you start grabbing all these different elements where you are getting your beads from, you start seeing things that really, really work together. All right, so now we're gonna loop this one, and we're gonna put that one right on our pendant as well. See, it's only 3:30. We are good. 3:40. We have time, which is nice. And we're just gonna take our time. You know what? I'm not in a hurry because I can finish after he leaves and it'll be fine. There we go. But I spent the earlier part of today just kind of, you know, I did some house cleaning this morning, and then I just kind of hung out and relaxed with my husband on the couch before he left, and, you know, just kind of spent some time with him. And he went and did our Costco shopping that we needed, which wasn't much. We only needed a few things from there. But then he also went and picked up our grocery order from Meijer. So our groceries got put away. Everything is good. The refrigerator got cleaned out, because, you know, the best time to clean out your refrigerator is when you go grocery shopping. All right, so now we're going to just do, I think I want to do some links, some wire links. So again, this is artistic wire. It's craft wire, and it's 24 gauge, and I have it in this antique bronze. Is that what they're calling it? Antique brass is what they're calling it. All right, so we're gonna pull some off, a nice workable piece. I don't work from the spool because I'm not that great. All right, and now we're just gonna do some pretty jewelry. And I have a feeling we will not be using all these peach pearls, but I wanted to grab them in case. All right, so, but we do want to use them in like everything we have. What am I doing? First thing I want to do is make a loop for my beads to like fall down to. For a second, I almost forgot how to make a wire wrap loop. And this one we're gonna just go ahead and wrap because we're gonna connect from the other end. There we go. Our dog is already beside himself because Shane is his person. And he was getting all upset because he could see that Shane was leaving. And I had to keep telling him, it's okay, Daddy will be home tomorrow. It's okay. But, you know, they don't understand that. They see us leave and they're like, are they ever coming back? Are you abandoning me? And I could tell in like Shane's face that he was feeling like so sad about that. And I'm like, honey, it's okay. He's fine. He'll be okay. Uncle Jimmy's coming over, which is my brother, his Uncle Jimmy, and he loves Uncle Jimmy, and that'll give him someone to like, you know, because he loves me too, but he loves Shane and he loves my brother Jimmy. Like, those are his people. So, yeah. And then maybe let's do this leaf too. Let's see how that looks. That looks kind of cool. I like that. All right, and then to protect the tip of our leaf, let's put this little spacer on there. And these are going to be like some longer links. So this may even turn out to be a nice long necklace. But like maybe we won't even do a clasp, but it'll be one that you can just pop right over your head and it'll be good to go. All right, so now let's just hook this on here. And I'm going to try to match up both sides. That way it just kind of stays nice and even. I think that'll look good if I just try to match up both sides. All right, and now we're going to wrap this wire around. Again, I'm doing about 3 wraps, which seems to work out just about perfect. so there's our one strand so far. One side. That looks really, really cute, you guys. Okay, that makes me super happy. All right, so let's do the next one. Yeah, we definitely won't be using all those pearls. I bet you I can use those in a really cute bracelet later on. All right, so we're gonna close off this one. And we're going to bead it up the same way that we did the other one. So we're putting on our little spacer bead, our flower, down there, our pearl. Oops, that's not a pearl. That's a pearl. And our leaf, and another spacer bead to protect the tip of our shell leaf. So my mom has laid claim to some jewelry lately, and she loves my super long necklaces that I've made, the ones that you can double up, the ones that you guys all love, you know. And so she's like laid claim to those, and so they're hers now. And yeah, she's happy. And I will of course let her have some choosing of what we have made today too. I mean, she's my mom. She can have whatever she wants. She gave me life. She can have everything. So between her and my dad and the good Lord, I wouldn't be here. All right. Why did that bead get stuck there? What did I do wrong? All right, and I'm messing up the integrity of my loop. So let's try that over. Let's straighten that out. I just kind of got hung up in there. All right. Where did I put, oh, there they are. Let's straighten this out. Okay, and let's try this again. All right, this time I'll hold that little bead, and then we can stick that right in here. Holding that little bead in place because it likes to be sneaky. Come on, get up in there. There we go. All right, so now let's hold that one in place. And let's give this one a nice little wrap. There we go. Oh yeah, this is gonna be really cute. Look at how this is gonna hang, you guys. That's adorable. That is adorable. Okay, I'm so happy about this. All right. Moving on. Let's keep using up some of these larger beads since they're gonna be down lower on our body. We always wanna show off those big pretty beads that we have. I didn't do much with this month's Sam's bead box besides my opening and one piece of jewelry because I'm going to be doing a live with Jennifer Miller and Stacey Hecht and Rachel over on Sam's Bead Shop on YouTube. And I didn't want to use too many of my beads. I wanted to have like a full array. So that's the reason why you guys aren't seeing a lot of the current Sam's bead box. I need to conserve my boxes. Well, you know what I think I might want to do with this one? I have 4 of these, like little, kind of like fluted rondelles. Let's do that. with these guys. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Okay, and again, we're going to start that wrap and then connect it right to our next, to the one previous. And then grab a hold of our loop. And then 3 wraps. So Maria from Holland, I know you're one of the few. I just read your message on one of my videos today. You said that you like my longer videos. Well, Maria, this one's for you, my dear. We'll save this one because I don't think it's, I'll use it like on a shorter one. So let's save that one. Let's cut off some more. So my friend Laura over at Rustic Dragonfly Designs just bought a jar of like, you know, like used jewelry, like a used jewelry compilation basically in a jar. Some stuff's good, some stuff's not, right? That's the chance you take. It was a $10 jar and she just got it the other day and she opened it and she found some really cool stuff. And there was some belt buckles on there and I was like, I feel like I did something with a small belt buckle before. And so I'm going to try to dig around and see if I can find what I did with it, and show her what I meant in my comment. But doing those like opening those jewelry jars and stuff like that is really fun. I love watching stuff like that, especially when it comes to like finding older jewelry, stuff that you know, you really want to put your imagination to use, and like you can imagine while you're doing it some of the different things that you can do with it. And now I'm like, well, now I want to go to the thrift store and see what I can find. But I know what'll happen. I'll go to the thrift store and I'll be looking at little dishes and plates. I'm very much like a trinket tray person. I have like little dishes like all over the house basically, because everyone sets down random things here and there. But on my stand beside my side of the couch, I have a trinket tray. So if I end up taking off my jewelry there, I can lay it in that. There's one in each bathroom. There's one at my kitchen sink on the windowsill. There's one beside my bed. And all I find are like, you know, what I'm using are little like tea saucers. And they're perfect. And then, you know, I was watching Deb Floros and she finds all of her like little trays that she puts her beads and stuff in, like for when she does a video at thrift stores. And I'm like, well, now aren't you smart, Miss Deb? Aren't you just brilliant? So I kind of want to do that. I want to go check that out, see what I can find. If I can find some cutesy little dishes. Oh, no wonder. It was like all the way over on the other side. I'm like, that is not laying right. I did not do it that way. It was all laying over on the other side. Okay, this is super cute. All right. Okay, I think we're going to do a little bit more here. Let's maybe do a couple smaller ones. So we can do ones with just like the pearl and the spacers. Maybe we can do that. Actually, I'd still kind of like to use, maybe we'll do, whenever we have, no, let's do one with the pearls, just the pearls and the spacers. Let's do that. It's super cute. Love this. I think this may turn out to be one of my favorites. And again, like I said, we're probably not going to use every bead we have here, but my goal is to use as many as we can. And whatever we don't use, we'll put back in the container and we'll be happy with whatever we have left. Okay, let's do another small one like that. Go preheat my oven soon and probably actually jump in the shower and get my pajamas on. Although I've been in pajama-like clothes all day. Like, what's the difference, right? I've been wearing my yoga pants and just a t-shirt all day. It's been so nice here. Well, it's rainy, but it's warm. I'll take it. It beats snow any day for me. And we all know that when we get some rain like this, it's going to help things blossom and bloom and be ready for us to, again, look at nature and say, wow, aren't you beautiful? All right, get in there. There we go. All right. We are just kind of cooking right along here. Oh, this is going to be so cute, you guys. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, so let's go in for like another longer one. I think maybe we'll do these, and then we'll do the leaves by themselves on one. We'll have one extra one of these, which is okay. But maybe we could use it in another one of our pieces that we have. But yeah, now I think my goal is to not have a clasp on this one, but just to have it so it can be like just put right over your head. I think that would be awesome. So I think that's what we'll do. Keep all my garbage together so it's easy to clean up, since I didn't bring over a garbage container. All right, so let's do, but this time we're going to be doing with the pearls because we only had 4 of these. So let's do the pearl. These are really pretty beads. This one's a little bit chunkier. Do I want? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. I'm answering my own questions here. I'm talking to myself, you guys. Probably gonna be up late doing some beading. As a matter of fact, that's probably when I'll finish this, is tonight after Jimmy leaves. Okay, got another smaller piece that we'll save for a smaller one. Let me just duck in there real quick. There it is. I knew I saw a little snag. All right. Okay, and let's get another little bit longer piece. And I think we're gonna pause it here in a minute, and I will come back and we will do more later on. You, of course, will not notice any time change because it'll all be in one video for you. The only thing you might notice is no more daylight outside. That's the only thing you might notice. There we go. Actually, I kind of want to see this one through. So let's just finish this one. And that way I don't have a half started necklace sitting here when I come back. I can start with the very next one. It won't take us long. It won't take us long at all. There we go. And we have this guy, our pearl. All right, there. This is getting longer. It's looking cute. I'm loving it. A lot of prettiness going on here. And then I think we'll do 2 shorter ones, which is the pearl and the spacers. And then we'll do another longer one with the leaves. And then the rest will be all the pearls and the spacers. And we'll do larger segments of the pearls and the spacers. Like we'll probably do like a couple, like 3 pearls together or something like that, just to make it so that the necklace is, you know, not so time consuming. Plus I like the longer links that sometimes I feel like they just end up laying better for me. I don't know what that's all about, if it's just my imagination or what, but sometimes I feel that way. And in this one, we're going to have the leaves pointing in the up direction, since we did the other ones in the down direction. So let's put that on with our pearl. And let's wire wrap that on. Oh, I said I was going to do shorter ones, but you know what? Let's do the leaves. Let's do the leaves. That's fine. Keep all the shorter ones below here. I mean, all the, you know, really pretty ones below. And we had enough room for it, so it's not like we had to skimp on wire or anything like that. There we go. Oh, and maybe I use this one for the back of the necklace too. That's a good idea, to kind of like have a wider spot on the back of the necklace for it to sit. Okay, there's that one. Now let's do the next one. I'm going to test this to see if it's going to be something I can get over my head or not, and see how much further we want to go with it. This is turning out to be a really pretty necklace, and I'm really excited about it. Okay, so this one we are doing our spacer. Our leaf is going to be pointing up, so we're putting it in this way. Do you guys hear all those birds? They're so happy right now. All my bird feeders are full, and there's like, because it's been raining, I'm sure there's all kinds of like little bugs coming out of the ground. They are so happy. They're like the happiest little birds ever. I was sitting there this morning watching them at my bird feeder and just loving it. It's like seriously one of my favorite things to do is watch my birds. I love them. I love every single bird that comes to my feeders. Brown ones, red ones, blue ones. I don't care. I don't care what color they are. I love them all. They're the perfect little creatures. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna pick this up real quick and see, hold it up against myself. Okay, so we do need to go a little bit further to make this go over my head, or over anybody's head for that matter, probably. So I'm just gonna pull that down a little bit, and we're gonna do some with just the pearls. So let me grab some more material here, some more wire. You know what? We could possibly use all the pearls. You know who would like this necklace? My mother. Maybe if I can get it finished, I can bring it to her tomorrow. There we go. Yep, I think 3 looks good on a wire. And let's just string that through here. Maybe we can do 3 and then maybe just 1 and then 3 and then maybe 1. That way it gives it some, you know, like just some difference. You know what I mean? Just looks different. Yeah, that's going to be cute. Goodness gracious, I love it. I love it. Oh, you know what? I think I hear somebody at my door. I think he's coming over early. All right, guys, I am going to pause this and I will be back later. Okay, guys, we're back. So we watched our movie and he headed home. And so now I did my nails while we were watching the movie. So now I got some nails. I got my robe on. So same Jody, same day, just different get up. So yeah, so we watched our movie and he headed home and I'm like, well, let's go ahead and let's see if we can finish our video tonight. And the house is quiet and yeah, seems like Woody's kind of relaxing and sleeping, so he doesn't seem too upset yet, but we haven't tried to go to bed yet. He'll be fine coming to bed, but I'm sure he'll probably have some moments of wanting to wake up and, you know, he just might need some extra cuddles tonight. He gets so upset when Dad's not around, but he was really happy that Uncle Jimmy came over. As a matter of fact, I think he's heading in here with me right now. Woody, you gonna come in here? I have the door open since it's just all of us. You can come in here, buddy. All right. Let's just squish it down. Hi, buddy. Hi, you wanna lay down? Let's do a single one. There we go. And let's connect that to this. Just like so. Let's do the next one. We'll do it this way instead and just hook it on when there's no beads on it, and maybe that'll be easier. Go. So I think I might stay up late tonight. I might watch Late Night Beading with Becky. She moved it from Friday to Saturday, and I don't get to stay up super late and watch it. And most of the time I'm catching it the next morning while I'm drinking my coffee. So she's usually been my weekend good morning Becky coffee girl. But I do like to watch a live when I get the opportunity. I watched Danielle's Seed Bead Saturday today, and she had some really cool, I guess it wasn't really tutorial, but like she had some really cool jewelry that she's going to be doing actual videos for each one. So really cool stuff. And there was one that I absolutely fell in love with, and I'm like, oh, I need to learn how to do that. So I'm really hoping to learn how to do what she's done. And I don't know, I really like working with the seed beads now that I can understand some of the stitching. And honestly, you guys, I thought it would take me a lot longer to get to know how to do some of the things. But in the grand scheme of things, I mean, I started like pretty much January 1st. And it's not super terribly hard to pick up on. Once you start learning a couple stitches, then you can kind of work your way through it. And so far, right now, my favorite stitch, I used to love the peyote stitch the best, but right now I'm loving the square stitch. I am all about that. That is really cool. And I've been usually just saving that stuff for at night when I'm sitting and, watching a show with Shane or whatever. And it just helps me wind down and relax. It's really nice. So I've been saving my stuff like that, working on stuff like that. I feel like it's hard for me to do a tutorial with stuff like that because I'm not the one, you know what I mean? It's like I want to, but also, if I do, I'm going to reference whosever video it is in the description and where I learned how to do it. So that way, if there's, if you need any additional stuff, everyone has different ways they teach people. And even in like the work world with training, like we've done things at work where one of us trains somebody on something that is more, that we are more specialized with. But then if they seem to be getting stuck, then the other person who knows how to do it too will step in and help out as well. And then that way the person who is learning has a couple of different styles of how things are taught or how they're done, and it usually helps. So everybody learns so differently. We're all so different. So I just find that it would help, Plus, I just like to share stuff with you guys anyway. I support all my friends here, all these people who love to create. I will always support all these beautiful ladies. I love them all so much. Every single one of the people that I watch on a regular basis is just like, you know, some of my most favorite people. And, you know, when they're hurting, I'm hurting. When they're happy, I'm happy. You know, it's just always try to be uplifting towards each other in this community. That's why sometimes it like boggles my mind when, you know, people will say mean things. I haven't had anything mean in a while. Like it's, and you know, honestly, like, until it becomes like really uncomfortable and threatening towards like you all, I'll just leave it there because that person deserves to let everybody see how silly they were being. But, but if it becomes harmful to you all, I care about you guys so very much. And I would never want you to feel so uncomfortable that you don't want to ever leave a comment or read the comments other people left. A lot of times the comments are so great because I get some really, really great like advice from people. And it's so helpful because there's so many people that, you know, we all, oh, and here comes Cheeto, you guys. Cheeto, you cannot lay up here, buddy. Cheeto. Come on now. Hold on, everybody. He wants to be in the show. Okay, I have put Cheeto down on the ground. Okay, anyway, but yeah, I learned all kinds of tips and tricks from you guys. And I've had quite a few people tell me lately that they're new to this craft. And, you know, I think that it's great if they can read what other people's comments to me are about, like, oh, well, try this. I know you struggled with this, so try this, or whatever. Where it's all done out of kindness and out of just helping each other learn more. All right, so I won't be able to try these on tonight, but I think what I'll end up doing is I won't complete this video until tomorrow. Like I'll do my last shot of trying everything on. So I won't say goodbye tonight, even if we finish all the necklaces. I will do the rest of the video tomorrow so I can show you guys how they all look. Because I know that's one thing you do love about what I do is trying on everything. All right, I'm going to see if I'm getting close to where I want to be to end it. I may not be there yet, but we're going to take a peek. Whoops. I think we'll add... Oh, well, I'm uneven. I've been adding to the same one because I've been chit-chatty. Okay, so let's do the 3 and the 1 on this side. And then I think we'll do another 3 on both sides. And then we'll be ready to go ahead and add our very last link to the back to join both of them together. Okay, and then need our spacer bead, 3 pearls, and our spacer bead. Let's just wrap that around 3 times here and trim that off. Okay, it looks like I need to squish that down a little bit. Get in there. Get in there and squish. I feel like sometimes you're chasing that little thing around. There we go. All right, so now let's do the single one. Okay, trim this off. There we go. And then we'll do one more set of 3 on each side, and then we'll do our back one. Hi, Cheeto. What you doing, buddy? He's probably like, why are you not going to bed yet? I don't understand. Why are we not in bed, Mom? Because we're staying up a little bit later tonight, buddy. Mama took a nap on the couch earlier, and now she's wide awake. Let's close this one up. My wire is really long and might be easier to work with if I do it the other way. All right, let's squish that. Yeah, let's run this down. Just need to do a 3. And a spacer. We really did use a lot of these little pearls up, so that was pretty good. And what I think I might do is I might just save them aside, and maybe we can do kind of like a part 2 to this video and do like earrings to go with each necklace. Like I'll bring the necklaces back out and we can design a pair of earrings to go with each one. That would be kind of fun. Kind of like a little continuation of the video. Okay, that wrap got a little wild, but that's okay. It's gonna be towards the back. It's my messy wrap. Squish down anything sticking up there. All All right, one more set of 3, and then we'll do this one on the back with just a couple spacers. Squish this part down. Put our spacer and our 3 pearls on. Oops, I almost forgot something. Almost forgot the spacer. There we go. And loop that through. All right, and let's make our last one here for this. And we're going to loop it in here. I usually make jewelry with that has like necklaces that have a clasp, but I wanted this one to be just, you know, long enough that you can just like slide it right over your head, and let's make something a little bit different than what I normally do. So I just wanted to do it this way. It's just a little bit different. I mean, even on my super duper long ones, I put a clasp, you know, so I'm usually a clasp girl, and I'm pretty sure everything else here will have a clasp tonight. So we are not even going to worry about that. But this one is going to be different, just a little bit. All right. It's our last little segment here, and we're going to attach it to the other side. And then let's do some wire wrapping. There we go. Let's trim this off. Squish down our little part that's sticking up there. Just give it a little tuck. There we go. All right, guys, so this is what we have. So let me get it all squared away here. All right, so here's our pendant that we picked out to go with it. And here's what it's going to look like. And then we just bring this up and around. And there we go. Nice and neutral, but yet very colorful and very pretty. All right, guys, I'm going to clean up this mess, and we'll get on to necklace 2 out of 6, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so the next one we're going to do is this one. This super pretty one. So we have the noodles that we're going to use. So it's going to make the stringing like kind of wavy. But I also have in this flower, there's like a little space to put a rhinestone. And so I'm breaking out all my rhinestones that I got from Wendy. So I'm just going to see what we have in here. She had so many. Let me just pull some out. Oh, here's a really pretty pink one. Oh yeah, look at that. That little pink one's gonna look really cute there. So we'll glue that little guy in after we're done with our stringing. So I'm gonna grab what I need here. I have some Soft Flex in medium, the 925 silver. We're gonna use that today. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, you guys. And so we're gonna use that little guy. I also have my crimps here, so grab out a couple crimps. 1 and 2. And we need a clasp. Let's go with this little fancy guy because he has his own jump rings. Let's do that little one. And I need a jump ring for, I'm gonna lose stuff. And we need a jump ring for our pendant. So let's grab a small little silver one. These are about 3 millimeter. All right, let's get at it. Let's giddy up. All right, so I'm gonna pull some of this off. See how much we need. I'm gonna put it on my neck and then I'll measure it for you so you can see how much. I'm not sure if we're gonna use both of these. I might just use one and try to like drop it here somehow. I just thought it would be a cute little addition. Or we might save them since we're planning on maybe making some earrings for it, but I really feel like it needs a little something here. So I think we're still going to use one to drop it in. And if we do decide to make earrings for all these later, well then I'll just find some more beads to use. So, but I don't think we'll use a second one unless I do like a connector, not a connector, a extender chain, and we can hang it from the back. That would be really cute. So maybe we'll just keep that out for now. And I cut my cord or my string here. Get my tape measure. I can't find my clicky tape measure. I don't know where she went. She probably ran away. All right, so let's see what I have here to work with. We have about 27.5 inches of bead stringing wire. All right, so let's start this. And I think I want to start with this little guy, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to hang him on here. I think I know what to do. Let me grab, I need my wire. Hold on one second. Okay, we're going to try to do what I want to do with some 20 gauge wire here. I know that I bought 24 somewhere, but you know what? We're going to just give it a shot. Let's go ahead and trim some of this off. And let's just warm it up real quick. And this is craft wire, so it should be okay. All right, and let's just put this through here. And I was thinking, wonder if there was a way for me to wrap here. Oh, I could just probably wrap around here. Actually, no, let me try this. I don't know if that's going to really work for me. And I don't want to like, you know what, maybe we'll just leave it and just save those for like a pair of earrings or something. Because this isn't really, unless I hung it this way, which I could, but it seems a little odd. Yeah, I don't really care for that. Okay, so we're not even going to worry about that. This is going to be really cute anyway because we're going to put that little rhinestone in there. It's going to be adorable. But let's go ahead and put our jump ring on it so that we can string that on. Oh, I wonder if I could use one of these little tube beads underneath that. I don't see why not. I think these tube beads are going to add some fun to this necklace too. It's going to add some like little waviness, and I think that'll be cute. Okay, will that fit in there? Do I need a little bit bigger of a jump ring? I hate to go any bigger. All right, maybe we just won't worry about the tube bead. That's okay. Oh, this is the one that I have 2 whole beads on. Okay, you know what? Let's cut another piece. The same size. I forgot about that. All right, so now we got 2 pieces the same size, and we're just going to string both through here. Let me get rid of some of the things I don't need in front of me right now, like that, and these. There we go. All right, so now we have 2 pieces of our stringing wire, and we are going to put a yellow bead over both. Oh, I sure hope this works. Okay, it looks like it's going to. So far, so good. All right, so we got a yellow bead. And then let's do the other yellow bead over here. All right, we're gonna see how we're gonna make this all work. So we have our 2 yellow beads starting out. And I think what my plan is, I don't have a plan, to maybe do like one of these little teeny tiny pink ones, which I think I have more of them. These were the Sam's ones. So let's do 2 little teeny tiny pink ones. If some of this if some of this shows, it's going to be okay because, you know, it's the sterling silver and it's pretty. So we don't mind a little bit of it being exposed. And then let's do the round duo. We're going to dive right into it, guys. Dive right into it. And let's do the same thing on the other side. We're going to kind of develop a pattern of what we want to do, and then we're going to just go for it. So we need this little guy on here, this little guy on this one. There we go. Pretty pink and sparkly and just really pretty little beads. All right, let's get this round duo strung on here. I do love the round duos. They're really fantastic. Okay, yeah, that's going to be really cute. All right, I'm going to love this. This is going to be adorable. All right, and like I said, I don't care if there's some exposed thread because, or stringing wire, because this is the sterling silver and it's really pretty, so that doesn't matter to me. All right, and then we're going to do, let's do 2 more of the pink. So we got to do pink one and a pink one. We're gonna do some experimenting here. That's just a piece of metal. We don't care about that. Where are you, hole? There's one. Okay. All right, so now that we're here, I think what would be really cool is if I took one of these noodles, put it on here, little baby noodle, and then maybe if we took one of these flowers and put it next to it. Oh, look, it kind of just like does a parenthesis around it. That's kind of cute. I like that. All right, I'm good with that. Okay, so then we're gonna end up wanting to bring this back together at some point. So let's grab another small spacer. On each side. Maybe this one doesn't need that. And then we could probably bring this, oh, this is gonna be really cute, you guys. And then we could probably bring it back together with a yellow bead. So this one might be a little more time consuming, but that's okay. I think once we get it going, it should be fine. It's just until we get it exactly figured out how we like it, where it might be a little strange. So it might get a little twisty, and that's going to be okay too. We will do any adjusting that we need to at the time when we need to do it, and we will play around with it. And I think that no matter how it ends up like hanging, it's going to be really different and really cute. So we're not going to dwell on that too much here. So now that we have that yellow one there, I kind of feel like I would like to add in, I know I had more of the pink ones. Let me just, was it in here? No. There it is. Oh yeah, I do have more of the pink ones. And we have some larger pink ones too if we need them. Maybe we will add in some larger flowers too, just to, because it's cute. Let me scoop out the rest of these little pink beads. Got one left. There he is. All right, now we're getting to some stuff here, guys. All right. So we have that. I wonder if 2 will fit through the dragonfly. Oh yeah, this is going to be really cute. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. And then let's put on another yellow. And then we're going to open it up to both strands again. All right. Let's get those spread apart there. And now we're going to pick up 2 of our yellow bead, or our pink beads. They're so sparkly that it's hard to find the hole. There we go. There's one. And there's the other. Okay, scoot those down. Now let's grab our blue round duo. Put that right on there. We're gonna grab 2 more little pink beads. That one's trying to run away. There's one. And there's one. And then we need a noodle. And a flower. And 2 more little pink beads. Oh my goodness, where are the holes? I'm telling you, even with the good lighting, these holes are like impossible to find. There we go. We found a winner. Okay, so now we only needed it for over the flower, not over the noodle. So that's okay. And then next we came in with our yellow. Just like that. And then right after our yellow, we did a bigger bead. So let's do this flower one. And then let's do another yellow. And there we go. Got both the yellow ones on there. And then we're going to start our pattern all over again. So the only thing we won't be doing again are some larger beads, because this is what I have. This is it. And plus this is going to be probably a little bit shorter of a necklace, so it's not going to really matter to have the larger beads going all the way up anyway. We want them kind of low. But we do want to continue on. So let's go ahead and put on our 2 little pink beads on this side. Oh, good gravy. And then let's do this little guy. And then we'll do our pink beads. These pink beads are gonna make me go blind. I think that's it right there. Oh man, because it's not any easier picking them up and doing it. All those pretty sparkles. That's what's doing it. All right. So now we have our 2 pink beads strung on. So let's do a tube. And I'm trying to do the tubes on opposite strands. It's a cool little tube bead. And then let's do our little flower. And our pink bead on top of our little flower. Oh, come back here. There we go. Okay, eventually that'll just fall right into place. Why are you being a pain in my butt? There we go. Okay. So next we have a yellow bead. And then we repeat our pattern all over again. So our yellow bead and our 2 pink, 1 on each side. There we go. All right, now we can put our round duo back on. Sorry, you guys, when I'm super concentrating on finding the hole in one of those little beads, I can't say anything. Otherwise, I won't be able to see if I say something. And then we need 2 more little pink ones. And you know what? We may not even bead all the way up, but I think we're going to have to go to the other side soon just to make sure that I have enough of everything to do the same thing on both sides. So once we get to our yellow bead here, then we will go to the other side for a little while and just make sure we have everything we need. All right, and then we need our tube and our flower. And just slide that down, and then on top of our flower, we need a pink bead. And then we're going to close it all up together, bring it back to 1 strand with our yellow glass bead. Oops. Okay, I am going to pause for a little bit, and I'm going to do what you just saw me do on this side here, and then we'll be back and we'll do some more together. Okay, so let's take a peek and see where we're at so far. I just got the other side finished, and this is what it's starting to look like. Really, really cute, huh? All right, so we have more that we can do. Oh, let me just put that aside. Where did the other one go? There it is. Don't want to lose anything. So we can still keep going. We still have room to bead. And like I said, it wouldn't hurt my feelings if we needed to leave some wire exposed up at the top, because this is beautiful wire. And that's one reason why I do like the soft flex wire, is because it looks great exposed. Especially this silver one is just, I don't know, it's just so pretty. So let's continue on. And we're just gonna go side to side until we're done at this point, and then that way we can stay nice and even and hopefully not miss a step. You guys know that I am infamous for missing a step, and it doesn't happen on every video, but it happens on some. And I love it when like the eagle eyes out there can spot it. And like most of the time, I don't even realize it happened. And you guys like, oh, and then I'm like, okay, well, whatever, it's fine. I don't care. It's really okay. All right, so there we go. I still love my jewelry, mistakes and all. It still makes me happy. All right, put this little guy up here. And we'll join them both up with the yellow bead. I'm just glad these yellow beads are fitting through both wires. It's making me happy. All right, so let's do the next one. We are getting low on some of our stuff, so we will probably have to stop after a few more rounds on each side. There we go. And there, need a tube and a flower. So both of these subscriptions seem to be working really well together, the Potomac Beads and Sam's. Really enjoying this process. It's so cool to be able to team up some of your subscriptions together, or even your subscriptions and your own stash, or just going through your stash and checking out and seeing what you have that you haven't used, or maybe you have just a little bit left of one thing that you really couldn't do a complete project on its own, but you could team it up with some other stuff. Just have fun with it. Just, you know, bring it all out and like make a mess and just enjoy it. Sometimes the stuff that's going to look great together is not right next to each other. It might be in a different drawer, in a different bin, in a different baggie. It might be somewhere totally different. And until you pull all that out and take a peek at it, you're not going to know. Okay, this one might not fit over both. So let's put him off to the side. Okay, I'm getting a couple here that don't seem like they want to fit over both. Oh, that one went in. That one was a little bit tougher, but it made it. All right, let's fix that tube here so it slides down. There we go. All right, and now let's start the next one. So we need 2 pink beads. I think we're gonna run out of these little tiny pink beads before we run out of anything else. So one here. And one here. Whoops. So yeah, this video might take me into tomorrow to make. I don't know. This necklace is taking a little bit longer. Set that one aside. It's making my eyes go cross. Come on, where are you? There it is. There we go. Now we can get I might have to trim this off. I think it's getting a little weird at the end. That's probably why it's having a hard time with some of these beads. Get our 2 a hole bead on here. And we need 2 more little pink ones. All right, let's trim this up a little bit, because I think my ends might be getting a little bit funky from going through all these little beads, all these holes. And all right. There, that's better. Yeah, I think it was the ends of my wire that were getting a little weird, because now that fits on there nice. All right, so we need a tube and a flower. Oops, wrong side. And then on top of the flower, we need a pink bead. There we go. All right, and now we can meet up with our yellow one. There. All right. See how many pink beads we have left. I think we have enough to do one more. So we need 2, 4, and 4. No, we actually don't. Okay, so this is what we're going to do then. So now that we joined all of our 2 strands, let's just go ahead and move these off to the side. We're going to put them in our little dish that we will probably come back and use to make earrings. And then let's just, I think we're getting close to ending it anyway. So let's just go ahead and do 2 strands over the flowers, or through the flowers. Nope, that won't work. Okay, that's no big deal. All right, so this is what we're going to do then. Do I have this even? Yeah. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, goodness, I'm glad I checked. We have to do 1 more over here. Let me grab these little pink beads back out. Oh, my goodness, I'm glad I double checked that. All right. All right, so we need 2 more pink. 1 on each side here. Where is the hole? Here it is. There we go. Oh my goodness. I love these little beads, but they are hard to find the little hole. There we go. And then we need our blue bead. Our lovely little round duo. And then we need 2 more pink. There we go. And like that. And now we need a noodle and a flower. Noodle, flower, and 1 pink bead. Here it is. Okay, so now this is what we're going to do next. So now that we are definitely even, okay, now we're really even. we're gonna take, I'm gonna need 2 more crimp tubes. So we're gonna take one of our crimp tubes, we're gonna drop it over both of these strands, like so. Let's drop it down here. Where are the magical crimpers at? I know they're here somewhere. Where are they? Hold on a second while I find my magical crimpers. Okay, they were amongst everything else. So we're gonna try to do this one here because we would like it to be like a nice little ball. So I just want to make sure that I get that really centered in there and it's in my little notch. I'm going to squeeze down to make our little ravioli. Well, it didn't really crimp, did it? And then we're going to flip it on its side, put it back in that little space. Oops. I can hold it still. I keep hitting it, it keeps sliding back down. Okay, and then we're just gonna keep squeezing until we don't feel any resistance. Okay, not bad. And then we're gonna just clip one of these off. I'm gonna put this in the dish too because we might use these for the earrings when we go to make earrings. So I'm gonna just clip off one of these. And then we're going to put our bead stringing wire back on. And we will add an extender. I think it would be a good thing to do. All right, and then we'll just bring this down right next to that one. I'm not feeling super confident doing 2 in a row right here. I was okay with doing them just on the 2 strands like that, but I think for this one, I'm gonna just go ahead and crimp it with my crimpers. Whoops. With my regular ones. Whoop. Okay, and then I can trim this one off right here. Put that in our little bowl. Cute. Super cute. All right, now this is where I need 2 more crimps. So this necklace feels like it just goes on and on forever, guys. All right, but we will add an extender. Let me just pick up all the rest of this mess here. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is put our first crimp on and slide it down. And I wanna make sure it's right about the same spot as the other one. So let's just pick this up. And it does not have to be perfect by any means, but we want it close to that. Okay. All right, and we can trim off one of these. Save it. Put our crimp on the other one. Woo, put the other side of our clasp on there. Bring that down. Cat hair stuck to my hand. It won't let go. And then just put that through here and bring that down as well. Make sure our loops are about the same size here. And it looks like they are, so let's go ahead and crimp that. And we are going to get some chain and put an extender chain on. It'll only take me a second to grab that, and while I'm grabbing that, I'll grab my glue for our little rhinestone here. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, got our glue, got our extender chain. I had a little piece of scrap chain, so that's gonna work out nice. And I have our little jump ring. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach it to this. So this is going to go on the bottom. I think maybe we'll put a little dangle on the bottom too. And then we'll open this guy up. Oops, where's it open? Is this a closed jump ring? Uh-oh. Let's get another jump ring. Yeah, and I think we will hang a little dangle from the bottom. Just even maybe just like one of those little yellow beads or something. That would be really cute. Let's put this on. There we go. And then let's grab one of these little yellow beads and a little ball head pin. Might as well make it 100% complete, right? Let's put our ball head pin, our bead on our ball head pin. And let's just do a wire wrap loop here. There we go. Coming close. Get that snipped off there. And then let's open this bottom jump ring one more time. Some of these close so well that it's hard to see the opening. There we go. And just pop that right on there. Close it up again, nice. Let's connect this back together. We're gonna open our GS Hypo Cement. Maybe. My goodness. It's so hard to open. And we're just gonna put a little dab of glue right here. Just drop this guy in there. Oh, maybe we need just a little bit more. Gonna get some glue around it too. Hey buddy, what you doing, buddy? Hi. Hey, buddy. It smells stinky, huh? I know. All right, so now we have our little rhinestone on our flower, and we're gonna be very, very careful with her because she's not dry yet. But here is our cute, springy floral chain. Very fun. And again, I will try these all on tomorrow when I have something on besides my pajamas and my robe. All right. Okay, I'm gonna get stuff picked up and we're gonna get ready for our next one. Okay, ready for the next one. The next one's gonna be simple stringing. So let's dump some stuff out here. We're using 19 strand bead-a-lawn in gold. And I have the little crystals from Potomac Beads. We have the chips from Potomac Beads. And the red beads are, some of them, oh no, they're both from, I think these are both from Sam's Bead Box. I forgot now. But the gold flowers and the leaves are from Sam's Bead Box. So we're gonna use some chips, we're gonna use some leaves, we're gonna use some flowers, and we are going to make a non-pendant necklace. There we go. Condensing my little cups. All right, so let's get this all organized. Well, let's get this all in a pile and snip this guy off here. Let's maybe start from this end. There we go. I just felt it break free. All right, so it looks like we have 6 little leaves. And I think what I want to do with the leaves is I want to put them on either side of the gold flowers. And I think this will be my last necklace for the night. We have 3 more to do, so I'll probably come back tomorrow to do the last 3, and then we'll have all the try-ons afterwards. Okay, so let's cut some bead stringing wire. I'm going to go for probably about 28 inches. So I'm just going to measure it on my neck. Put that back together. And let's do some stringing. So if I know that I'm going to put these on with the gold flowers, let's just pull them out to the side here. And I think, I don't know, everything is so cute. All right, so let's do like a nice, let's do some clusters of, start in the middle. Let's do some clusters of the larger ones. So let's find all the larger ones of the chips, and let's string together probably about 6, I'm thinking, of the larger ones. My husband just texted me a picture of him and his buddies, and they look like they're having a good time. I'm so happy for him. You know, he works so hard, you guys. Like, I have my little things that I like to do, and you know, he's just always here at home, you know, with me, and it's so nice for him to be able to get out and do some stuff with friends and everything. And like I said, it's not often at all that he gets a chance to. So when he does get a chance to, I want him to just thoroughly enjoy every moment of it. And, you know, life is so short, and, you know, before we know it, like, it's done, you know? And so I'm always telling him, I'm like, you know, if there's something you want to do, then by all means, just, you know, do it, because you deserve to have a good time too, you know? All right. So without making this look too, like, I don't want it to look Christmassy, but I think that that's just in my mind that it will look Christmassy. I don't think it will. But, all right, so let's do 5 here. And then I think as we go up, we'll lessen our clusters a little bit. So let's do our little red bead. And then after that, I would like to do our leaf and a gold flower. Actually, maybe we need to do the, I'm thinking, let's see, that there's 6 of those. So let's see, 2, well, one little leaf would be left out. So maybe we won't, we'll just keep it this way. But I think we need to do another red bead on the other side of that leaf. And then our gold flower. And then we do have some different red. So we have some red sparkly ones. So let's do the red sparkly one right after the little gold flower. And then let's go over on this side and let's do the same thing. Trying to pick out our bigger chunks for the bottom here. There's 3. There's 4. And there's 5. Oh, whoa, whoa. I forgot the red bead. You can tell it's getting late, guys. It's getting late. It's getting late. It's getting to be past my bedtime. But I am determined to stay up a little bit later and enjoy my night. My night of quiet and watching whatever I feel like watching on TV and just having a nice time. Just me and the pets. All right, so we have our red bead, a leaf, another red bead, and our flower, and then a red sparkly bead, okay, that's going to be cute. All right. Oh, I forgot we had some crystals too. We may not even use them. I don't know. All right. So then let's do, actually, let's bring in one of these crystals right now. So let's do that. Just to add a little more sparkle. And then we can do, let's do like, oops, we should probably do another red. It's a faceted one. There we go. And then let's do like a cluster of 3. Red bead, a leaf, red, flower, and then the sparkly red, and a crystal. Let's do the same thing over here. So we need our red bead. I'm going to do a cluster of 3, and I'm trying to stay with more of the white. This one has a little bit of a yellow tinge to it, and it's really the only one like that. So we're just going to not use that one if we don't need to. If we do need to, we can use it towards the back and it won't really matter as much, but I don't think we're going to need to. We have enough small beads that we could go up the back if we need to with those. All right. So there's that. And then we need one of these. Need a red leaf. Another one of these. Gold flower. Oh my goodness, Marmalade, what's going on, buddy? What? What? It gets so loud sometimes, you guys. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far, and I think that's really cute. All right, so let's keep on going. All right, so now we do need another one of these red ones. And then let's pick out 3 more chunks here. There's 1, 2, and 3. Another red bead, a leaf, and a flower. Nope. A red bead, then a flower. Then one of our sparkly red beads. Do I have another clear sparkly red bead? Yes, I do. And then a clear oops, get on there. Oh, that one's a broken one. We don't want that one anyway. We had a broken one. Okay, there we go. And then this little guy. And then let's go back over to the other side, just so we can try to keep it even, unlike my last ones. Need some chips. There we go. All right, we have our last leaf. And then our flower. And I think we're going to put our little gold flowers away right away because we'll use those when we go to make the earrings that match it. All right, and now what we have left are chips and our small beads. So again, here is what we have, and we're going to just keep on going. So let's grab a hold of 3 more chips. So there's 1, 2, like, where's the hole for this one? I know they were all on strands. There it is. All right, so there's 3. Actually, maybe we'll go back up to 5 because now that we're just doing the smaller beads in between. So let's go back up to 5. And we can do our red bead. Let's do a little crystal. I saw we had some other red opaque ones here. Got those, got that sparkly one, got that one, those, and this one. Okay, so we have some even numbers, so that's good. So let's use this bead, and then let's put on another crystal, and then our little garnet-like bead there. 5 more chips. There's 1. Whoop, come back here. 2. 3, 4, and 5. We need a little red bead. One of these. Oh, nope, crystal. And then we use one of these. And a crystal. And a red bead. A red druck. And then let's do 5 more chips. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yep. Okay. Then let's do our red, our little crystal clear one. Do another one of these opaque red. All right, and let's do the other side. So 5 more chips. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what am I doing? There's 5. Okay, this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I have to keep checking to see where I'm at. Okay, so now I want to, excuse me, go over on this side and do the red and clear bead segment, and then 5 more chips. Sorry, I had to pause you for just a sec. My throat's getting a little bit scratchy. I need to get a drink. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Throat tends to get a little bit dry when you're talking and breathing. Okay, so we're doing 5 chips over here. All right. Let's do our little red and clear segment on this side. Whoops, where did you go? There it is. Oh my goodness, I keep dropping it. Okay, let's shake that down a little bit because, there we go. All right, so now let's do our little red and clear segment over here. All right, we need to kind of scoot a little bit. Some of these fit nice and snug, the chips. All right, so we're just kind of scoot, just kind of even up our ends here. And I think, slide back down. There we go. Okay, so now that's nice and even, and we have the same things going on. So let's just end it with 5 chips. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Actually, let's do our little beads too. So that'll bring us up closer to the end of where I really want to be. All right, so now that we're done with this side, we still need to finish that side, but we're done with this one. I'm gonna grab a clasp. Oh, we got another one of our little fancy ones. Let's use that. And let's put on our, our crimp and our clasp. And bring those up together. And let's do some crimping. There we go. And then let's see if any of these will accommodate 2 wires. Oh, it does. Look at that. At least 2 of the beads. 3. Looks like all of our little beads will fit. That's good. It's a good thing. I like it when that happens. It hides the wire nice and it still makes our end look really good. It sits nice and flush. Let's just bring that all the way down. All right, and now let's finish off this end. So we need to do 5 of our chunks here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then our red, our crystal, this red, our crystal, and then this one. Let's make sure I got this right. Oh yeah, we're good. We are good. Okay, so now we can put this crimp on. And then we can take our other side of our clasp, drop it on there. And now that we know that that will fit through most of these beads, we can just run our tail through a few of them, just so it makes it easier to do. There we go. And then we can grab a hold of that and pull that down. Oops, made that one a little bit small. There we go. Okay, so making sure I don't have any weird spacing or anything like that. And then we can come in and crimp it. 1 and 2. Snip this off. There we go. And now I will show you this one. So here is our lovely red, white, and gold. I think that turned out really, really pretty. And again, I will try that on for you tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna clean this up and I think I'm gonna call it a night. We did 3 necklaces tonight and we'll do the last 3 tomorrow. All right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, guys, so it appears I have some explaining to do. I started out with nothing on my nails. I came back with something on my nails, and now I'm back with nothing on my nails because I didn't like the way it felt on my body today, and I picked them off this morning while I drank coffee. So There we have it. All right, so our next one, if you remember, we made 3, and for you guys that was just a second ago, but for me it was a good night's sleep ago. And now we're gonna do this really pretty, we're gonna do like black and pink necklace, and we are going to do this, I think I want to do this on silver, and it's going to be a stringing project. There's not going to be a pendant. Our necklace is going to be a chunky necklace. So these, I picked out the pink, and these are all from Potomac Beads, except I think maybe these were from Sam's. Anyway, but these were from 2 different Potomac Bead boxes. So I kind of hoarded them on the first one. They have like a purple swirl through them, which is really faint, almost like a lavenderish purple swirl, but they look really black. So we're gonna grab some silver bead stringing wire, and I'm ordering more of this today because it is now my favorite. It's the 925 sterling silver extreme flex soft flex medium bead stringing wire. It is now my absolute favorite. Okay, and I'm gonna order this, and they have a new design kit out, so I'll probably order that too. All right, so not really sure how I want to go about this because I have such a really pretty mixture of things here, and I think I might want to kind of do like one of these numbers, you know, kind of maybe even do like this. Kind of make it chunky. And then just kind of wherever I can put these little tinier ones, and it looks like we'll end up with an extra pink one, which is absolutely fine because we're going to put it in here probably. And you know, once we're done making earrings on another video for the necklaces that we made, then I will work it all back into their specific boxes, hopefully not having too much left over. Then the rest of this will go up the back, and or maybe we'll use this as like you put an extender on with this as a drop. That would be really cute since there's only one, you know. We might do that. So I'm gonna grab a couple things. I want to grab a clasp and my crimps, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I am back. Let me plug my phone back in. If you guys hear my dog bark, it's because I'm having a small grocery delivery delivered this morning, and yeah, so he may be barking. Okay, so I got the stuff that I needed, and we're just going to pop this little pink guy right on here real quick first, something like that. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. And then we're going to put on, nope, we are going to, yeah, that's right. We're going to put on this one, and then this one, and this guy. Let's do a little one here. I think we need to do a little one beside this too, so we might do that. And then we have some big juicy ones, and these are all glass pearls, glass beads. So I can't remember if any of them were check glass or if they're all just, you know, regular glass. I don't really know, but this one is going to be super simple. So this is my call out to you to find all your big juicy beads and make a really chunky necklace. All right, so how many did we use here? 1, 2, 3. Okay, oh yeah, we have plenty to do. One right here. The small ones just kind of space it out nice. And as you guys know, I don't use a lot of metal spacers. I would much rather use the beads. But I do want to tell you, like, whenever I like to use metal spacers, sometimes I like to team them up with other ones, other metal spacers, to create like a chunkier spacer situation. It makes sense to me to make it look like another whole statement itself. So sometimes I like to do that. And yeah, it just ends up making it look really, really pretty. So let's go ahead and finish putting these on. This one's going to be our quickest one that we've done so far because it's all big, juicy beads, and they're big and pretty and bold. Just move that one aside. Let's see what we got left here. So basically these little black and purple swirl ones are going to be what we are using to go up the rest of the necklace. So we have one more pink one left for that side. And now we're just going to finish stringing this. Got a little pink disco ball right in the front of our necklace. That's really cute. So I was thinking, I wonder how many months worth of Potomac Bead bead soup that I used here, because there's a lot of beads. And this is my advocation, I guess. Maybe if that's not a word, then I just made it up and it is now a word. To, you know, if you don't have any subscription boxes, you know, pick your favorite and go all in. And the reason I'm saying that is because it really just adds to what you already have. And every month you get something different to add to whatever you have. So, you know, if you're in the market for one and you're trying to decide which one you like, you can even just, you know, try one for a month. And if you don't really care for that one, try a different one the next month. And, you know, you can always cancel your subscription. There is nothing absolutely wrong with that. Sometimes it's about finding the perfect fit for what you like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the road. This is what we have left of those. I'm just going to put them in there because if we don't end up using them, it's okay. So here it is, big and chunky and sparkly and just cute, cute, cute. Very different from everything else we've made so far. We are making quite the assortment of necklaces today. And let's go ahead and put that on. Oh, you know what I did not grab a jump ring, you guys. I think they're right, yep, they're right next to me, so I'll be able to grab that real fast here. All right, let's go ahead and crimp this down. I'm using Beadalon number 2 crimp tubes. Number 2 crimp tubes are my favorite. I like Beadalon and I like Softflex. Don't get me wrong, I do have some of the less expensive ones that I use throughout designs as well for different functions. Not that I've ever had a problem with them holding, I just know sometimes having a more expensive crimp is worth it. Like if you're gonna splurge on something that's going to hold your jewelry together. That's what I always say. It's not actually what I always say, but it sounded good. All right, so let's put that one on. And grab those jump rings here. Let's find an appropriate size. There we go. Yeah, I had placed a pickup order for my grocery store yesterday, and I realized this morning that I missed several essentials. So I'm like, what in the world was I thinking when I made my grocery list? So now I have those items coming today, and it's like a $50 order, you know, because it was quite a few things that I missed, and I don't understand how I missed it, but I did. And so I figured, you know, while I'm here at home, I don't feel like leaving the house today, so why not give my delivery person an extra order for him or her and a tip today, because I do not feel like doing my own grocery shopping today. All right, so let's go ahead and pull that down. We want to make sure that this is movable because there are big chunky beads on here, but we also don't want a ton of wire showing. A little peek here and there is fine, especially with being such beautiful wire. All right. Okay, and we have some pieces to save. All right, guys, let me clasp her together. And again, remember, I'm going to try all these on at the end. Look at how pretty she is. And she's going to be a shorter necklace, which I love because this is going to be a heavy duty necklace. So it's going to be really, really pretty. All right, and I think it's going to actually look cute with what I'm wearing today. All right, moving on to the next one, you guys. What do we have in our lineup? So we have, this is predominantly, actually this is like 100% Jesse James beads here, with the exception of my little floral pendant. And as you can see, I already spent some time because I was going to make like a linked necklace and I forgot about it. Like I started my links and I just completely forgot to go back to it and finish it. I don't know what I was doing. So we're gonna pull the ones I already made out. And I don't think we're gonna link the entire thing. Like I think we'll do some stringing here. And I was thinking that this would look really cute, even just hanging here from this pendant, because it's gonna kind of sway or whatever. So I think we might do that. But I think we're also going to have like a stringed portion. But in order to do that, let's make sure we have everything we need like on both sides. All right, so we have enough of the purple flowers. We have the pink heart leaves, the green heart leaves, bicone to bicone, 2 and 2 and 1 and 1. It looks like we need one more of these little guys. So let's build one more real quick, just so we can make sure we have a nice even amount on both sides. And we're going to use this to string, and I think we're going to string along the bottom with this one here and our leaf as well. Or maybe we'll just hang our leaf off to the side of it. That might be cute. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should grab, do I have another one? I don't know. Okay, I'm getting distracted. What am I doing? Okay, I need an eye pin. All right, so let's grab an eye pin. There we go. You guys, I am so easily distracted some days. I really just forget what I'm doing. Whoops. And I think what we might do, whoops, goodness gracious. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously. Okay, there it is. Let me take care of one thing first before I start talking about what I think we might do. All right. What am I doing? Oh my goodness, you guys. Help me out here. I'm making simple loops. All right, I really just destroyed this one. Okay, so let's kind of just cut this off because I can waste an eye pin every now and then and it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Let me grab another eye pin. I forgot I was doing simple loops and not wrapped loops. So here we go. Here's our eye pin. And I'm gonna stick my scrap back in there because it's not like we can't use it. I can definitely make a smaller eye pin out of it. So here we go. Stick that back in here. And let's roll that back. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. You guys remember those commercials? You don't see commercials for Bush's Baked Beans anymore, do you? I mean, I don't see a lot of commercials anyway because I do a lot of streaming television, so I don't really see a lot. Let me grab that Sam's bead box, the houseplants one, and let me just see if I have more than one of those. I don't, but you know what I do have? I have the smaller leaves. So why don't we do this? Why don't we put the smaller leaves on like next to it, like that? That would look cute. Let's do that. And then I am thinking I want to try to use some of these scraps of the silver that I have. Oh, these are the silver, that's white. All right. And we can do like a small little bunch here, and then do our chain, and then maybe at the end use these. So I think that's what we're going to do. Let me grab my silver crimps. We're gonna need a few of these this time. Let's just pull out a few. Nope, hold on, I think my grocery delivery's here. Hey, so it wasn't my grocery delivery, it was my husband. He got home early, so that's nice. He had a good time with his friends last night, so now he's home, but now I'm still waiting on my groceries. And the nice thing about pausing it, you guys have no idea how long I was gone, do you? It was really only a few minutes. All right, so let's put a jump ring on here, but just want to make sure that's closed all the way, good and closed, and it is. All right, and these do not need a jump ring because they are actually, their hole is in the right direction, so we're good there. Okay, so let's put our pendant on first. And then we're going to follow it up with just a couple small green beads here, like so. I'll move those down a little bit. And then it looks like I only have one of these little bicones. So no, I don't, we have two. So let's use this little bicone. Actually, I have more than two. Oh, that's a bigger bicone. Okay, that I only have one of that size. There we go. Now I understand what's going on here. All right, so there's our bicones, and I think this is where we can bring in, let's bring in one of these little red ones. I want to say that so far this year, I really feel like this is my favorite Sam's box so far this year. And I know we're only 3 months into it, but the colors of this box really made me happy. So I really love the pinks and the greens and the purples together. And I love stuff that's like botanical. I really love that. It probably speaks to my inner hippie child. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. All right, so let's see what else we have. Not gonna do very many more big ones, I don't think, but okay, so let's do this little red one. Okay, that's gonna be an issue. Where is my little bead bug? Because we're not dealing with a lot of room here for me to just pick up without having some sort of protection for the beads on the other side so they don't fall off. All right, so we got that. And then let's come in with this purple. And let's maybe follow it up with one of these. Ooh, let's do this purple little donut spacer. Let's do this little swirl one and another donut spacer. And then let's go in with this. Should we do the light green or the dark green? I'm not using a lot of the dark green, so let's use the dark green. And then we can go ahead and end this one. We're gonna do our crimp. We're gonna make a little loop. Just like so. We want a small loop. Let me see if I can bring you guys in a little bit. There we go. Woody, are you happy that Daddy's home? And bring that up. And now we have that put together. Oh, that's cute. That is gonna be cute. All right, so let's finish this. So we need a little red one. And then we need our purple. Our purple round spacer here. One of the swirl check glass beads. And I think we might need to do like a pretend extension on this. So if you haven't seen that, you're about to. I'm going to take, do I have an even shorter piece? Here's a shorter piece. Oh, but that's white. Okay, we don't want the white one. All right, so we're gonna take one of these. We only need probably 2 more anyway, but let's make sure we're grabbing the one. Okay, well, those 2 are the same length. So let's just grab this one. And I'm going to put a crimp on here. There's something in my crimp. I don't know what that is. Actually, let's put our bead on first. All right, so we have that. And we're going to drop our crimp on. And then we're going to put, make sure that's pulled down. I'm going to put this extra wire. This is why, another reason why to save extra pieces of wire, because you can fake it, okay? And we're making sure that's going through one bead there, all right? And now that we have that, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can pull that down further. This is called fake it till you make it. Whoops, let me not do that. Where's the other one at? Oh, no. Hold on one sec. I see a catastrophe happening. Grab that wire. There we go. All right. It's not that bad, but it's kind of a delicate situation. So we're just going to push that down until we get, I have to make sure it's over both strands, until we get small enough to make a loop. And we're going to just make that loop, put it right in here. Okay, and now you see we have a loop and we have like an extra little piece of wire sticking out there, but we're going to get rid of that little piece of wire and it's not going to matter. So we're going to go ahead and crimp all 3 of those pieces down. And this is just like giving you an extension. So if you've run out of wire, you can always take one of your scraps and give yourself an extension. And then we're going to come in here with our cutters and we're going to cut that little piece right off really close to the crimp. And it's like nobody would ever know, right? Who's going to know? Nobody's going to know. And then we will save this little piece of wire if we, in case we need it again. There she is. And no one will ever know. Okay, so we have that. And now let's go ahead and let's start putting our pieces that we made into links on here. And I'm trying to decide of how I want to do this. If I want to I think I'm gonna come in right with the flowers, or maybe I want to do, yeah, I kind of think, well, maybe I want to do, no, I definitely want to do the flower first. So let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna just open these links one by one and put them on our necklace. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to go in with our other ones. So like, let's do this little heart leaf in the green. I'd like to use some of our bigger ones right off the gate, because I think that it'll just look really cute. Plus we used a lot of smaller ones right down in the front of the necklace, so I think it's going to balance it really nice. Just putting all these links on. Once you have the links made, it goes really fast. They just pop right on. All right, so we have all of our big ones on that side, and that's going to be so super cute. Let's do the same thing over here. And then our green one. Our purple flower. And our green heart leaf. And then our purple flower. I love these little check glass flowers. These are some of my favorite check glass flowers. They're just so pretty. Oops, I did that wrong. I wanted to do my pink leaf first. Let's take that off there. And let's open this one up. Put him right on. And then our other pink one. All right, so this is what we have so far. Very, very cute. Very, very cute. Okay, so then let's go ahead and put our other ones on. And I just want to follow the same kind of direction. I just want to do the same thing on both sides. So we're going to do this light green one. And then we're going to do the purple. And then let's do the bicone one, the giant juicy bicone. And then our pale green, like our peridot green. And then our dark green. Or not dark green, but like our medium green. All right, so that's what we have here. Let's do the same thing over here. And I don't think we're gonna need to use our extra pieces because I think this is going to be long enough, you guys. And we did purple next. And our bicone. Our like peridot green. And then our medium green. Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna be long enough. And look at how cute this has turned out to be. Isn't that pretty? Again, I will be trying them all on for you guys, so you don't have to worry about that. Let's go ahead and grab some jump rings and a clasp. So I need 2 jump rings. There's 1 and 2, and now I think my groceries are here. And then let's just grab a clasp. And let me go see if my groceries are here. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here we go. Let's put our jump rings on. My groceries got here. Like I said, it was like 5 things, but it was stuff I needed. So they're here, everything's put away, and yeah, we're good to go. All right, so let's finish this. And we will be moving on to our last necklace, our final necklace. And this is pretty exciting. This is going to be a nice beefy video for you guys. I know that there's quite a few of you out there who love my long ones. And yeah, it's pretty great. This is pretty awesome. I love being able to just create a bunch of really pretty things. And here is our botanical necklace. Very, very pretty. And moving on to our last one. I might have enough energy in me today to do our earring one later and have that post after the necklace one. Chris does all my postings, so I always have to try to like remember to tell him in the little title of it, you know, hey, this can't be posted until this day or whatever. Especially with some different subscriptions, they are, you know, particular on when they want things posted. All right, so here we have some squares, we have some cubes, and we have more cubes. This is going to be a very cube-ish piece. But I feel like we're missing something here. So I'm gonna just say hold on a second, because I feel like I might have something that might be perfect with this. Let me just double check. So I found this plain floral pendant. We're gonna use her because she's pretty and it's gonna look really cute with this. So I just felt like we needed something a little bit big with the smaller beads here. And I'm really not sure how we're gonna lay this out yet. I'm not really sure. Let's see how much I have left on here. I'm probably like cleaning up my spool now at this point. Oh no, not enough. Not enough, you guys. So I'm gonna get my bead-a-lon bead stringing wire. We'll save her for a bracelet. And let me see here. Okay, here we go. So we have the 7-strand satin silver. I have plenty of this to go around. So let's use that. And I'm cutting this one a little bit longer. I would kind of like her to be a little bit longer if we have enough beads to do so. If not, it's okay too. She can be a shorty. It's fine. All right. So first thing we need to do is I need to grab a small jump ring, because I want that to just basically disappear. So let's grab, oh, I didn't mean to pull out that many. And then we can put her on the jump ring and start the middle of our necklace. And can you believe this is 6? This is our 6th necklace that we are making from mixing up Potomac Beads subscription boxes and Sam's subscription boxes. And then just pulling a few pendenty items from my stash like this and my ceramic ones. So really, really, really awesome. All right, I'm gonna just put her on here and we'll just go ahead and clip off this other end just to add some weight to it so it's not in our way. And we're gonna figure out our pattern on this side. So let's just go, we don't have a ton of the silver, so let's go in with the blue. We have a lot of the blue. So I think if we do the blue, do I need anything teeny tiny next to it? You know what, I think I might need some seed beads. Hold on, what is that? I would like another pop of color. Ooh, you know what? How about if we brought in these like super bright pink with that? That's pretty. Ooh, look at that. We're gonna bring in some bright pink with this. So let's just put on one of those, and it's not gonna be a ton of bright pink. It's gonna be just enough to go with the blue and the yellow, and it'll be very, very pretty. And then I think let's do 3 of the blue cubes. And then let's do, well, my seed beads get lost inside that cube. Let's see. Nope, it sits right on top of it. So we'll bring in a pink surrounding those. And then let's bring in these really pretty lemony yellow squares. And we'll do a pink, a silver, a pink, and then we'll do 3 blue. They look like little ice cubes. And then let's do the same thing with the pink and the silver. Pink. Ah, silver. Pink. Our pretty yellow and clear glass squares. Pink. Silver, pink, 3 blue cubes, 1, 2, and 3. Oh, so today is my daughter's 29th birthday. Happy birthday, Ashley. It's March 30th. I haven't read for my calendar in a little while. We should probably do that today. I already talked to her on the phone this morning, and she is heading to Lansing with some of her girlfriends, and they're going to go check out some thrift stores there and probably get some lunch. So I sent her a little money for lunch. We already celebrated her birthday with her, but you know what? Every once in a while, I just want to treat her. She works so hard. She's buying a different car because her car has really just kind of, you know, it's time. And it's actually costing her more to upkeep than what it's worth, so it's time to move on. I know she does not want to have a car payment. She hasn't had a car payment in a long time, but she's knows that she needs super reliable transportation, so she had to bite the bullet and just do it. So I sent her a little bit of money, and I'm like, here's some money to have lunch on, and that way you have your money to spend at your thrift stores, and you don't have to worry about it. So she was like, oh, thanks, Mom. I love that girl so much, you guys. Like, it's a miracle every day that she is still here with us. And I'll never forget that there was a time where I was so scared for her life, you know, the accident and everything. And it'll always be in the front of my memories, and for her and my son both. And just forever grateful to God for making sure that they are still here with me. So, yes. Every day that my children are here with me is a celebration and being grateful and thankful. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do this other side here. We're gonna do one more yellow and our cube and silver cube and pink seed bead segment. And then we're going to scoot over to the other side just to make sure that I don't run out of certain things, and to make sure I'm keeping my pattern situation straight. All right, so there we go. Just tuck that in there. And let's start this other side. And that little bit of pink really adds like a little splash. It's perfect. So let's do our little pink one. Need 3 blue cubes. There's 1, 2, and 3. And then our pink, our silver, our pink, and our really pretty yellow squares. The bright pink is just amazing. Okay, and we're just keeping on going. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. So we'll stop after the 5th one over here and assess our supplies and make sure we have enough of everything to even it out. All right, we are just cooking and booking. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far. This is our last one. I hope it inspired you to break out some of your subscriptions or your stash and just go wild and make some really fun springtime necklaces. There we go. All right, and then our pink, silver, and pink, All right, let's make sure we're lined up here. We got everything, and we do, oh, look how cute this is gonna be. Oh my goodness. All right, so what we have left is we have enough to do 3 more of the yellow on each side, and I think we have plenty of the blue. So when we run out of the yellow, we can definitely finish going up the sides, probably with our blue. So let's go ahead, and we're just going to complete this one side here. So the next thing we have are our blue cubes with our pink, our silver, and our pink, our yellow one, pink, silver. There we go. This is also your sign that if you need some bright colors for seed beads, and you want those because you want to add a splash of color every now and again in certain pieces, to go with, maybe to help out your spacers that you have, maybe make them last a little bit longer, maybe add a little bit of extra length to something that you don't have enough of your other beads for. Seed beads are a great item to have in your arsenal. All right. There we go. And our last yellow bead for that side. Going to dump out some more of these little pink guys. All right, and let's just let this side rest. Let's finish this, let's do this other side with what we have left of our yellow. Our 3 blue, pink, silver, and pink. Uh-oh, that one might have some stuff stuck in it. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Sometimes it just takes some metal wire and popping it in there. Let me dump out a few more of these. In the description, since I use Potomac Beads and Sam's, I will leave links for both in case you want to sign up for any of the subscriptions. Both are very, very good quality, and both add a lot of like stash value to your stash. And I would recommend either of them. That's why I do them, because they are beautiful. And yeah, so definitely I will put the information for both in my description, so you can just pop over there if you want to check out what they have going on for their subscriptions. Right now there is a new one that is coming out on the 9th, I believe, is coming out, that you can order it. So if you, and that goes for a little bit. So even if you don't see this until after the 9th of April, you can still order the new one. I will have a video on the 9th of April showing you what the new Potomac Beads box situation is. and Sam's will be coming out soon too. So if you do decide to jump on the bandwagon, you'll be getting 2 fresh new boxes that will be a complete surprise to you on what they are. All right, so this is what we have, and this is going to be a nice long one. I like this one being a little bit longer. There's just so much prettiness going on with it, but I just kind of want to even up my strands a little bit because I'm going to use more of these blue cubes since I have so many of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our 3 blue cubes. And we're going to do our pink, our silver, whoopsie, and our pink. And we're going to do one more set of blue cubes, and we're going to save a few of these for when we do our earring video to make earrings to match our really pretty necklaces. So there's that one. And then let's do the same thing on this side. So we have 1, 2, and 3. And 3 more. Whoops. All right, and we're done with that. So let's just kind of clean up our mess a little bit here. I'm gonna put these last 2 seed beads in there. I'm gonna actually stick this in our little container that has our other items in it for when we make earrings. Look at this, guys. This is everything we have that we can make our earrings out of. And now we're going to go ahead and put on our clasp and our jump ring. So let's get our clasp out. I already have plenty of crimp tubes out. I can put some of those back when I'm done here. And let's get out a jump ring. Whoops, we only need 1. All right, let's put our crimp on. And just pull that up there. Let's crimp that down. There we go. Oh, and that fits over the strand pretty nicely, which is great. And then let's just bring this all the way down using some gravity, and we're going to have a nice big chunk left over that I'll put in this container too to help us make some earrings. We have our crimp, our jump ring. Whoop, it jumped out of my hand. And then we can go through our crimp bead, crimp tube, and put those through these 3 little blue cubes. And just let's pull that down gently. And make sure they're about the same size, maybe just a tad bit more. There we go. Squeeze a thumbnail in between there, just so that there's some room for the crimp. Nice chunk of wire that we can use. And here is our really pretty blue and yellow and pink necklace. All right, guys, I am going to clean up my crimp tubes. I'm going to flip you guys around and we're going to try on all 6 of these necklaces. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys ready? We have 6 to try on. So let's start with the one that we just pulled off the mat. And I think I can actually fit it over my melon, which is great. Oh, and look how cute it looks with my earrings. All right, so here it is. I think it turned out really cute. It's a good length. It lands right mid-chest here. So really good length. All that beautiful like pink that you can just see just a tiny little hint of here and there. And all that blue and yellow and silver goes really great with my little silver or my big silver pendant. All right, so there's that one. And then let's take this one off. If I can get it off. I just pull it on over my head. Why didn't I just take it off over my head? I don't know. Don't ask me. I just work here. All right. And then lay that one down. I did not put an extender on this, so it could be questionable. I may need to add an extender. I want it to be short, but it might be too short. Yeah, we're gonna put a little tiny extender on this one. Hold on one sec. Ow, it's on my hair. Ow, it's on my hair. Okay, let's try this again. Not functioning well this morning, you guys. It's gonna be one of those days. Oh my goodness, I can't get my fingers to work. Can someone come over and put this on me, please? Here, let's do this. Okay, so this is, if I hold both of them together, this is where it sits. So I think I definitely want to add probably like 1 inch to it. So I'm just going to put an extender chain on the back, and then it'll be perfect because it'll sit right here where I want it to sit instead of up here where I feel like it's going to choke me. So that's going to need an extender. So let's do that. Okay. Wow, so every single one of these necklaces are so different. I can just put that one up over my head too. Looks like I got the sizing right for most of these. Okay, so here's some purples and greens and some light pinks as well, all paired with some really cute little leaf charms and this really pretty floral botanical ceramic pendant. Looks so great all together. Okay, so there's that one. Taking the easy way out, you guys. All right, and then we have our red and white and gold. Now this one could be questionable, so I'm not going to try to squeeze it on over my head. But here's that one. Oh, that's fun. Look at how bright this one is. This one's really fun. I could see wearing this with like a really pretty white like tank top or something. Just really cute. I really like that one. That turned out way better than what I thought it was going to turn out. Sometimes it looks better on a person than it does on the mat. Okay, so here's the one where we used 2 strands to kind of go in and out of the 2-hole beads and our little flower with our little rhinestone that let set and dry overnight, and our little noodle beads that are kind of parenthesing around our other flowers. So let's put this one on. And this one we did add an extender to. So I'm going to actually utilize that extender because I feel like this one might be a short one too. Should have put my hair up today, not just the front of it. Today I was having one of those days where I was feeling uncomfortable in my skin. Oh, look at this one, kind of glows. Look at that. Look at all that prettiness. What do you guys think? And then the little pendant is just very faint. So like if it was against your skin, it would just be really, really cute. Very faint. This is, you know, fun, but yet not overly chunky. It's got like little breaks in the chunkiness. So there's that one. And then I think we have one left, you guys. This is number 5. And you can see that, using those 2 subscription boxes, I was able to mix and match and come up with some pretty cool, and this is our one that we just put right over our head, pretty cool pieces. Now this is one with the pearls, the peach pearls and some beiges. And I used this really pretty large ceramic beige piece. Here are our connectors that we used, which looks really cute hanging there. It gives it kind of like a little bit of a different shape. It just looks really cool. And this one's longer, so that makes it really fun too. All right, guys, that's all 6 of them, very different from one another, and all of them really pretty, and like I said, very different from each other in their own ways. They just do something for me. So besides adding the extender to our big chunky one, everything turned out to be just perfect where I wanted them to be, and everything else. Again, if you're interested in either the Potomac bead box or the Sam's bead box, I will have both links in the description below. You can click on both, or check them out. And if you have any questions or anything, let me know. Also, I would like you to vote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, which one you love the best. Or if you don't remember how they're numbered, which I don't either, just tell me the color scheme that you'd like the best. All right, you guys, I'm sending you all my love, and I will talk to you all again real soon. See you later. Bye.